Kyle Nabors here with Friday Night Drive, along with Steve Soucie, and we just got done with the Class 1A title game with Lena-Winslow running away with the title over Central A&M. And Soucie, the question immediately in the press conference was, is this the best 1A state championship team we've ever seen?
Well, I think the argument can certainly be made, and I think they have to be, if they're not at the top of the list, very, very close to it. Just dominating performances all the way through. And the one thing that kind of stood out to me is I think this was a very good Moequa team. And when you look at it in retrospect at how easily Lena-Winslow dominated this football game, it kind of indicates, exactly how good we're talking about here. Just an absolute powerhouse. And I've talked to a couple people about it already today. This is one of the times where I wish we could somehow get champions of each of the classes to pair off, because I wonder how high up the ladder this team could compete for a state championship. I think it could go as high as 3A.
I was going to say Byron. I wanted to see the offensive lines against each other.
Absolutely.
That was just kind of the key with Lena-Winslow. For all the talent they had at the skill position, they were really big up front for a 1A team.
Well, yeah, they were, and they just dominate the trenches. They create those running lanes that those running backs are very good, don't get me wrong, but it makes them look even better than they are, because they're often getting 8 to 9 yards before anyone is even thinking about tackling them. So it's just a completely dominating performance.
And we can't do a recap here without mentioning Sean Ormiston. 6 touchdowns, 5 offensive, and then had a pick 6 near the end of the game or in the second half. Just an incredible performance by him.
Yeah, it really was, and it's one of the interesting things about him is that it's debatable whether or not he's going to choose to continue to play football. So I got to think there's a lot of people out there that are looking at him saying, well, let's talk you into it. Let's figure out what we got to do to make this happen to keep you playing.
All right, well, that'll wrap it up for the 1A title game. Stick right here for Friday Night Drive. We have coverage of all 8 games this weekend. We'll talk to you later.